Hey gamblers, welcome back to Shoulda Cashed Out. And today, figure we'd do some live crapless craps. We don't show crapless too much. I think I put out a bubble craps video the other day to where we utilized the 3 and 11 to get set up. And while that's solid, it's not our number one preferred method. We actually like using the 4 and 10 to get set up on the extremes. And I think I did a live where I demonstrated that about a week ago or so. It was when we were snowed in. But I figured we'd revisit it in a video, talk a little bit more. So here's the initial setup. And I don't have a crapless layout, so just know this is a field bet, and then we'll use the 2, 3, 11, and 12 if they're points or to put our bets on. So $135 initial layout. Okay. What we're looking for is a 4 or a 10, and that's going to pay 50 plus win in the field. Immediately, we can use all that money in one hit to cover everything, leaving just the 5 and 9 and 7 as the holes in the system, strategy, whatever you want to call it. So that's the plan. It's how we like to play. The one-hit wonder. And keep in mind, playing crapless, this is more volatile than regular craps because it takes a bigger bankroll and more money to get all these numbers covered. So starting out, we've got $1,500 bankroll. All right, so let's get it going. Please like and subscribe. And with that, dice are out. 3, 2, 5. And there's little adjustments along the way that I'll talk through. There's situations, and I'll show you how we press our bets. So we'll just guide y'all through the operation here. All right, looking for a 4 or 10. There's the 2, 1, 3 situation to where the strategy we did on bubble craps where we had the 3 and 11 would have been better, but we'll take whatever the table gives us. So with that field winner, we're going to cover the 3 and 11. All right, dice are moving. 5, 1, 6. What happens here? Oops, I'm sorry. I should have had a field bet back down. My bad. The field loses, but we get paid 35 on the 6. We're going to drop the dealer $2 and go to 42 and then replace the field. All right, sorry about that. We're always having a field bet until we get all the extremes covered. Sorry about that. There's the hard 8. So same situation, the field falls. We get paid 35. Drop the dealer $2. Go to 42. Just so we're on the same page, we're not going to worry about the VIGs and all that. We're going to keep the game moving. We'll take care of it at the end. All right, so 42 on the 6 and 8. That's going to pay us 50. So we'll lose the field and rack a green chip. Here we go. There's the 11. Perfect. That is beautiful. So that's going to pay 3 to 1. The field wins. And what we'll do, we'll use that field winner to pick up the 2, pick up the 12. We'll press the 11 and rack $50. So with this type of strategy, I like putting the winnings off to the side. Rack management, okay? I know that I had $135 invested. I need to get to $135. That way I at least get my bullet back. All right, here we go. There's the 5. We got out of the field at the right time. That's the point. In this situation, we haven't seen a 7 in a while, so I'm not going to work the come out. There are situations where I work the come out. This isn't one of them. 5, 3, 8. All right, dice are moving. There's the 9 We don't have the 9, but if that 9 rolls again, we'll probably pick it up. Boxcars. It's going to pay 6-1. So there's 4 greens. And then there. Right? That's 4, 5, 6, 6-1. 6-1. We're not going to worry about the vig right now. So what we'll do is we'll press it a quarter, and we're going to rack. Looking at our rack now, we have $175. So we've got our bullet back. Now we can get a little more aggressive. Here we go. 426. We're going to drop $1, pay 2, and what we're going to do is we're going to slide those 2 greens right under those 3 reds. So we got 90 on the 6. 325, don't have it. Yo, 11. That's going to pay 3-1. We've got $50 on it. So that's going to win 150 simoleons right there. What we'll do is we'll press it a quarter, rack 125. Looking at our rack, we could probably come down and we're at our profit goal, but let's keep going. 527. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda cashed out. That's all right. That was a good roll. It was a very good start. We left about $332 out there. So we definitely would have been at our profit goal to hit the cashier cage. But looking at our rack, we're up. There's 200. Let me get 4 greens. 4 greens. Okay. So we're up about $150. So we would have had $480. But the video would have only been a couple minutes long. That's no good. So let's keep playing. Coming up. 213 is the point. Get our 135 set up. Looks good. Dice are moving. Need a 4 or 10 to get set up. There's the 4. Perfect. This way I can show y'all exactly what happens. Toss the dealer $1. You're going to get paid 50. 50 on that 4. Field wins right there. So in one move, we're now covering the 2, the 3, 11, 12. One move, we've got everything that we want covered. No 5, no 9. But it's going to work. There's the 9. Dice somehow always know the holes in the system. It's weird. 7. Well, that sucks because we got set up in one hit. But y'all see the strength and the strategy just there of getting set up so quick. That's okay. Short roll. It's going to happen. All right, coming out. 426. Let's get our 135. Caps. And dice are moving. Yo, 11. It's going to win in the field. We'll take that, move over to the 3, move over to the 11, and we replace the field. So now we're in 135 and 25. We're in the hand for 160. 4-2-6. Okay, the field's going to fall. Pay 32. Drop the dealer $2. Go to 42. And replace the field coming out. $2-1-3 is the point. All right. Now our bets are working. 6-3-9. There's our field winner. There's our winner. We're going to move it to the 2, move it to the 12. We're set up. When you hit that 6, we're set up pretty good on that. Aces, that works too. It's going to pay 6-1. So 150. Press it a quarter. And we're racking 125. Again, putting it over here so that we know how much we're getting out of this hand. So right now we need to recoup another $40 or so. 5-2-7. Didn't get out of the hand. So with Crapless, there's positives and there's negatives. Negatives, it's very difficult to get out of the hand plus everything covered. Positives, if the shooter goes on a long roll, you can make a lot of money. It's just more volatile like that than regular craps. All right, so let's get set up. We need that 10 one roll later, but here we go. All right, dice are up. Hard 4, that works. Here we go. So once again, drop $1, paid 50, 25 on the field. One move. And I know y'all are probably thinking, the 4 and 10 don't come often enough for this sort of strategy. You'd be surprised. Think about it. 3 ways of the dice, 3 ways of the dice. That's 6 ways. The 7, 6 ways. So you got a 50-50 shot of hitting those just the same as the 7 and getting set up all in one hit. All right, here we go. Yo 11. It's going to pay 3-1. And since we're down, we're just going to rack that $75. All right, dice are out. Hard 6. We pay 35. Nothing changes here. We're going to press it to 42. Okay, we've recouped $100 in our rack. Here we go. Yo 11. Should have pressed it, but you know what? We can't rewind. But there we go. Now we're going to press it. We're going to rack 50. Looking at our rack, we've got 150. We're out of the hand. Time to attack. 5-3-8. Pay 35. Drop the dealer $2. Go to 42. Rack the quarter. 5-2-7. Geez. At least we got out of the hand. Can't complain about that. We got out of the hand and we put some money in the rack. Definitely worst situations that could have happened. All right. Coming out. 3-1-4. Let's get our 135. Here we go. 2-1-3. Again, situation to where the other strategy would be performing but that's okay. We had 2 times where we set up on the 4 and 10, and I think we've had 2 times where the 3 rolled. We could have gotten set up. Here we go. There's the 10. Beautiful. Let me get some whites. So we'll get 5 whites. Leave 1 for the dealer. Paid $50 and 25 on the field. So we'll cover the 2, cover the 12, put 50 in the rack. So, $50 recouped so far. Yo 11. Perfect. It's going to pay 75. Press, $50. So we've recouped $100 so far. Let's keep it going. Yo 11. Very nice. That's what you want to see. So that's going to pay $150. Right there, we're going to press it a quarter and rack the 125. And now we're off to the races. We've got basically $225 out of this hand so far, minus our 135. Hard 6. We'll pay 35. Drop the dealer $2. Go to 42. 6, 4, 10, easy. Drop $1. Paid 50. Now what you could do in this situation, if you wanted to, is you could use this and cover the hard 4 and hard 10, if you wanted to. I don't, but I'm just saying that's an option. And I don't entirely hate it. Here we go. 6, 4, 10. See? You would have lost the hard way. Let me get some more white. There's 5 whites. The other 2. That's going to pay. We'll pay it in green. Pays 100. All right, and we'll press it a quarter. We'll press it to 75 and put 75 in the rack. There we go. 6, 4, 10. That's going to win 150. And there's the, I know I said I wasn't going to do the VIG, but it is what it is. Let's pull down so we can see where our rack is. It's always smart to know where your rack is. So let's take all this down. Let's see where we're at. All right, so we start with 1,500. Oh, we're up some good money here. We're up a lot of money, I think. All right, there's 500. There's 1,000. 300. That's 500. So our buy-in is right there. So our profit $300, and that should be 50. Yep. So, even with getting whacked a couple times, we more than made up for it. There's our 1,500 starting bankroll. So that, and then that's a stack of 500, I promise. So we're up $652. You know what? There's y'all's VIG, dealer. $52. I know that's way too much, but there's your VIG, there's your tip. We're walking away $600 up. Okay? And you know that this strategy, this strategy is designed to keep you in survival mode for that one roll. And it doesn't even have to be a good roll. It just needs to be maybe 12 to 15 and then hit some of these extremes or hit the 4s and 10s and you're good. You're good to get out of there. So I absolutely love playing Crapless this way, and I think I'll show it in a lower table minimum. So like a $10 table, I'll show how I would play it at a $10 table next time. So hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. This has been Shoulda Cashed Out, and till next time, be excellent to each other.